my name's Nick. I'm with Sunshine State RVs in Gainesville, Florida. We are the #1 Class B dealership in the state of Florida. We're #3 in the whole United States of America. All we do all day, every day is sell, fix, and use Class B RVs. I mean, I encourage our employees to take the vans out and camp in them. We have 100 Class B RVs in Gainesville. That's our technicians, our salespeople, our detailers. That's all we do. We love the van life, the Class B RVs. So that's what we built our business around. That's what we've built everything around, are these vans. So when I say we're #1, in my mind and in my heart, we're #1 in the whole world. But when it comes to actual sales statistics, we are #1 in the state of Florida. We sell more than anybody else. So when I tell you something about a Class B, it's not because I know everything. It's because this is all I do all day, every day. I coach my kids' football team and I sell Class B RVs. Those are the two main things that I do. But what's pretty cool is when I'm standing here and you're seeing maybe a blurry image of something behind me, this looks like a unicorn. And you know why this looks like a unicorn? Because there's hardly any Ford Transit Class Bs on the market in the country available for sale anywhere. And so today I get the pride, I get the joy and honor of walking you guys through this brand new 2025 Coachmen Beyond on a Ford Transit chassis. And you say, Nick, it's just a Ford. They're everywhere, right? I mean, there's more Ford dealerships in America than any other car dealership brand. But what's cool is the Ford Transit, well, it's one of the best chassis. What stinks is it's the hardest one to get on the Class B van. There's just not a lot of them out there. Midwest makes one, Coachmen makes one, and those are really, I think Pleasure might make a small one, but those are the top 2 builders in the country are Coachmen and Midwest on the Ford Transit chassis. So I love Coachmen. We are the top selling Coachmen dealer in the country. We sell more Coachmens on our lot than anything else. So when I'm speaking from conviction when I tell you we love Coachmen vans. So I've been to their factory. I've met their designers. We were up there last year. I bought their whole factory lunch to tell them how much I appreciate all of their hard work. So Coachmens are great. They make 3 different vans, a Galleria, which is a Mercedes, the Transit, which is the Ford, and a Ram, which is the ProMaster, or I'm sorry, the Nova, which is a ProMaster. So they make 3 different vans, 24 foot, 22 foot, and 20 foot. So today we're gonna do a video on this Beyond. It's on the Transit chassis. I'm gonna show you everything on the outside, then we're gonna jump inside. And if you're looking for something that's all-wheel drive, 22 feet long with a power couch in the back, lots of lithium, great insulation, I think you're gonna fall in love with this Coachmen Beyond today. Okay, so the Coachmen Beyond's 22 feet long. It has the dual wheels in the back, has the EcoBoost V6 engine. This one does have the full lithium. This is their Li3 model. So 630 amp hours of lithium batteries made by Lithionics. It also has a ton of solar on the roof. It has the underhood generator, 3,000 watt inverter. So what's cool about the system on this Beyond is that it can power everything in the coach. Everything overnight. The fridge, the air conditioner, your CPAP machine, charge your phones, anything you need. The Lithionics battery can power everything in it. And the Lithionics battery gets charged up by driving, by being plugged in at a campground, or by solar. So today, you see this beautiful sun, it's like blinding me. The sun is charging these batteries right now, and it's putting enough charge in the solar panels, in the batteries, to run the fridge. So there's enough solar on there to run this fridge. So when you're looking at it, immediately you see, okay, this is a little lower to the ground than something like a Mercedes. So Mercedes is a little higher, a little bigger, a little taller. This is a little lower to the ground, so it drives more like like an SUV. It has the Sync 4 system, very, very easy to drive, easy to maneuver. So there's lots of cool options on these. You do have the fog lights, LED lights, you have parking sensors. They do have a digital rear view mirror as well. I mean, this is the 2025. It has all the latest and greatest options from Ford and from Coachmen. As we're circling through, you have the factory alloy wheels. They all have this little code here. So that way you can put the code in and you can unlock it. You don't have to have your key to do anything. You can put your code in and get in and out of the van that way. People really like that because if you got a purse or if you just want to leave the key in the van, you put the code in and it gets you in and out of the van. As we're walking through, something that I think is so important, especially when you're out camping, is an outdoor shower. So this has a spray port at a great location, so it's a little higher up. It's about waist high, so you can grab the hose and it is waist high, very easy to connect, very easy to use, especially when you're dumping, especially when you're camping, when you're exploring, when you're doing things. So you grab this, you hook it in. This is where you would dump, so you'd hook your hose right here and then you would run it right into the sewer there. And if you did make a mess or anything happened, you got your hose right here to clean up your mess. So I think it's clutch where they put it, to be honest. I think it's obviously the people at Coachmen really think through the location, how they do it, where they do it, why they do what they do. They just don't stick things in convenient locations for them building it. They truly stick it in the area that you're going to be using it. So where are you going to be needing an outside shower? You're going to be needing it right here by your dump. You're going to need it when you're done camping or when you're done hiking. You come back, you wash your feet, and then you can get in your van. So I really love the outside shower. There is a extra solar port on the side. A lot of people watching this video have maybe never had a van or never had an RV, and they don't understand, Nick, extra solar, you talk about a smart plug. Why? How do I do that? What am I going to do? You know, something that's unique about Sunshine State RVs isn't the fact that we just have the best RVs. It isn't the fact that we're in beautiful Gainesville, Florida, or that we have 100 of these vans in stock in Gainesville. But what's cool is if you come to Gainesville, we will fly you here and we'll teach you how to do all of this. So we'll teach you how to use that shower. We'll teach you how to dump. We will teach you how to use this smart plug where you plug it in and it doesn't come out when you pull on it. All you gotta do is pop these two things and it comes right out. So what's nice about that is when it's in, it's making good connections, so you're not sparking, you're not arcing, you're not starting a fire. You are actually doing it and you're not messing up your inverter. And you take this side of it, just like this, and you come to the little box right here, you open the box and you plug it in right there. So we teach you how to do all of this here in Gainesville. So, you know, that's one of our commitments to you, is that when you fly in, you pick out the van you want from the 100 we have in stock, and then we spend as much time with you as you need teaching you how to use the van. But then we take it a step further. We never stop at like common sense, right? We always take it a step further. We will put you up at this campground, Santa Fe Palms RV Resort, 5 minutes from our dealership. We put you up here for your first 2 nights, so that way you can camp, you can test everything, you can sleep in it, you can run on the roof, you can drive it, you can fill the tanks, empty the tanks, dump everything. You can really go through a whole inspection period. If you have any issues, any questions, or don't understand something, you come right back to us and we help you take care of it. So very cool. You will be on a new RV, the first person sleeping in it, dumping it, and driving it. We have all of our RVs flatbedded in from wherever they're built. So lots of cool things that we do that are different than everybody else in the country. I think last I heard, I may be wrong because people like to change things. Last I heard, we were the only dealership from Coachmen that flatbeds every RV from the factory to their dealership. So nothing gets driven. So all these RVs have 20 or 30 miles on them, which is nice because you get to do your own break-in period. You're the first person who sits in that seat and actually drives it somewhere. So when you're buying something new and you're spending this kind of money, you want to be the first person to do anything with it. So nice big area. I really like they give you a screen back here. You know, when you're at a campground, you typically don't sleep with the doors open and the bed down. But when you're out in Yosemite and there's nobody for 100 miles, you know, some guy came and bought one the other day and he traded in a van he had. He said, you know, Nick, me and my son went camping last month and we were camping for a whole week and we saw nobody for that whole week. He said, we opened our doors, we slept outside, we did so much stuff. They were in Moab. They saw nobody for an entire week when they were camping. So very cool that these vans get to take you places like that. So there is some outside storage here. There's a big lithium battery back here. You do have some little cubbies there. You got nice sound system here. As we're walking around the van, you see this is kind of the area where you camp. So this is, you're gonna have a 110 plug here. You're gonna have a nice power awning there with LED lights on it. And then when you're camping, you're hanging out here on the campsite. So this is a big outside area. This is kind of the size of the RV. So it kind of doubles your RV size. It doubles your square footage. So when I'm camping, I like to cook outside. A lot of people like to cook inside their van, which is fine. I just, I like being outside. So when I'm cooking outside, I set up my grill, or I use the grill at the campground. You can plug in like a George Foreman or something, and you can do everything outside, or you can do it inside. I was watching, we've been lending out some vans to this lady, her name's Carson. She started her own YouTube channel called Only Vans, to where every week she's testing a new van, solo female camper, never been in a van before, and she's testing out new vans. She's kayaking and paddleboarding and fishing and taking her dog and like doing all these cool adventures, and she cooks these gourmet meals in her van, which is kind of crazy. So check out Carson at OnlyVans. I think that if you are a solo female traveler who's never done this before, you might, it might be something that you're interested in. But the Ford Transit really gives you a nice big entrance. So when you open the door, you have two nice big handles here, and you also have a screen that's very easy to function, easy to operate. So you can keep it closed, you can keep it open, but I really like how big the entrance is. You don't have to duck to go in, and I like how they give you two big handles. I don't take credit for a lot of things. The biggest thing I take credit for is being #1 in Florida, #3 in the country. Like I take, my team did that. I didn't do that. My team clearly did that. We got 30+ employees here in Gainesville, and they all work very hard every day. But I take credit for telling the guys at Coachmen to install a second handle here, because we would buy the handles and install them ourselves. And I said, Coachmen, you guys got to start installing these second handles. And they said, yeah, that's a good idea. So they started doing it. So I want a nickel for every one that they've installed. They owe me some royalties. I'm not joking, actually, I'm serious. So very cool, big opening. We're gonna jump inside, but the inside of this is a lot more impressive than the outside, I believe. The outside's cool. It's a silver van. It's meant to be incognito. It's meant to be kind of not RV looking, but when you jump inside and you're inside of the Coachmen, I think it's just gonna take it to a whole nother level for you. Okay, so I'm sitting very comfortably in the front dining area, front cabin area of this Beyond. And what I love is that they give you two of these Lagoon tables. So we have one set up in the back in front of the couch, and you have one set up here. For anybody that has children, I have 4 of them. Right now, they're 20, 18, 15, and 13. They used to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. And 6, 8, 10, and 12. At those ages, you can't have them all together on one couch in one area. So you got to find ways to separate them, right? You got to find ways to put like 2 kids here, 2 kids there, 1 here, 2 there, 1 there. You got to get creative. So what's cool about a van like this, so if I was taking my kids on a day trip in this van, I have a couple of them hang out here. I have a couple of them hang out in the back. I might be outside, but I like how they give you multiple areas to hang out. Another thing I love about this is that my wife likes to sleep in. So when we're sleeping, she would sleep in. We'd make that into a bed back there. We'd probably leave it made up most of the time in a bed. Then I would wake up, and then I'd come up here. I'd have my coffee in my beautiful Sunshine State RVs mug. And as I'm sitting here, I'd read, I'd hang out, I would, catch up on sports. Florida Gators aren't doing as well as I would like them to do. So when I got sad from that, I'd read my Bible, and that'd make me a little happier. And I just, hang out up here and not disturb her. So I like how there's 2 separate areas to where you truly can be comfortable. Also depends on how you like to sit. So some people like to recline, other people like to just sit. There's a lot of space. I mean, I can even do it in this seat here. So if I just want to sit in this seat here, I could do it, and I could sit here and work. There's a little cubby here, but I could sit here and I can be looking outside all these windows, and I can be working from right here. Both of these, even with the wall here, both of these are very comfortable seats to use, very comfortable seats to sit in. I absolutely love this front area. You know, people use RVs for a lot of different things. Some people work out of them. Some people travel just two people, husband and wife. Some people travel with their whole family. They'll take a kid or two and they travel the country. And so, you know, I don't assume that everyone travels the same way. I don't assume everybody's just like me. Everybody is so different, and that's what makes our world great, and that's what makes these Class B RVs great, because when they're thinking about how people are using them, they truly are thinking about, okay, how is the family like Nick's family going to use it? How is Tim, my wonderful videographer here, how is he going to use it? How is Susie and Bob going to use it? Everyone's going to use it so differently, and I like the idea that there's so many different ways to use a Class B camper. What else is cool is this is the newest Beyond chassis. So if I turn this on, it does make a loud, annoying noise, but I will turn it on for 1 second just to show you something. So I want to show you that this here has a digital rear view mirror. You can turn on and off. It also has a big, huge screen right here. That loud dinging noise is because both of these seats are swiveled, and it's like a safety feature. But there is this nice big screen right here. It has adaptive cruise. It has all these really cool cameras. So this is really what I show. So it has a 360 camera, backup camera, front view camera. So lots of cool things that the Transit gives you on the Sync 4, cup holders, plugs, lots of. No more noises. No more noises. So big fan of the Transit, big fan of the Sync 4. I really like this layout. I'm gonna follow this around to the back. You wanna come, oh, all right, we just keep going. So as we're getting up, you see I'm 6 foot tall. So I have to guess this is maybe 6'5" right here, 6'4", I'm not quite sure, but there's a lot of space right here. A lot of space to move, a lot of space to walk. Like, you don't feel claustrophobic, right? Like, I feel like it's very open in here. You know, hence the big door. Right when you walk in, which is nice, all of your electronics are right here. So you go from controlling your awning here to your Truma, which does your air conditioner, has a Truma Venta. It also has a Truma Combi, which is the hot water heater and the furnace. This is your lithium battery. So if I were to grab my phone, let me grab my phone and show you. I love this feature. I think that it is very cool that they have this, because what's nice is you just open the Lithionics app, and I've never been in this van before, so I've never logged on to it. You open the app and you see it shows you have 97% of your battery left. And right here, it shows you the same thing. But if you're laying in bed or you're outside or you just want more information, all of that is right here. It tells you with the AC running, the fridge on, and every light on. Right now, we got a little over 6 hours left of the battery. Then it shows you, for all you engineers out there, lots of very cool information that you may not have known before. So it is very neat how they give it to you there. They give it to you on the app. You also have your Firefly, which does mainly your lights and your tank sensors. And you can also control that from your phone too. As we're walking, there is a big double door bath. Oh, let me say this real quick. So this is the maple cabinetry. So they have 3 different colors that they offer in the Beyond. So the Beyond is made in Indiana. Everything's made in the United States. It is, I don't want to say that. I don't know if everything is made in the United States. The Beyond is made in the United States. So it is made in Indiana. And what's really neat is these cabinets, this wood here is made at an Amish cabinet shop about 10 minutes from the factory there in Middlebury, Indiana. So this is their maple color. It's like a light blonde wood. They also have a modern gray, which is their newest color. And then they have a white, like a maple white color as well. All 3 of them are made in the same Amish factory by the same Amish carpenters that we all know the Amish make some of the best cabinets available. So they do a great job at assembling this, putting it together, giving it to Coachmen. Coachmen then puts it in the RV, and yeah, and it's like a match made in heaven. They've been doing it since they started with these cabinets, and I think it's one of their signature things that they are known for. So, nice big double door bathroom. If you want to come in to the bathroom, you sit here. You have lots of space. I mean, I'm a big dude, and I can sit in the bathroom with both doors shut, no problem at all. So I can totally shut both doors. I can leave both doors open. I probably, if somebody was in here, I wouldn't leave both doors open when I use the bathroom. But if I was in here by myself, I would, you know, a little extra space. You have a sink here to wash your hands, brush your teeth. You have a shower head, you have a mirror, you have a place for all of your things. I mean, I use one thing. It's like a shampoo, conditioner, soap, toothpaste, lotion, and deodorant all in one. I just use that, and that just solves all my problems. My wife has like 1,200 things, I feel like, and she's always changing them out and trying new things. And then she hands her stuff down to my daughters, which is genius, and they get to try new things as well. Starts bad habits for them of trying all these different face creams and conditioners. And anyways, something else. So 2025, they started making this a little bigger here. So they gave you a little extra, and they gave you an extra cabinet, which is nice. So there is an extra cabinet here with 3 shelves. There are a lot of drawers. So these are all dovetail, real wood cabinets, drawers, which are nice. Nice big drawers there. Really nice big drawers. So I think for a 22-foot van, for them to squeeze this much stuff in it is very impressive. You do have some stuff. There is a couple more electronics here, like the solar controller, the inverter, and another button. But they start giving you storage here. So you have storage here. As you're looking, there's a lot of stickers here, obviously, right? When you own this, there'll be no stickers on. It'll just be your induction stove and your sink. And this is like a little spice rack. But I like that there's space, right? There's space to make a sandwich. You know, I like ham and cheese sandwiches. So this would be a perfect area that if I didn't want to cook anything, I can just make a sandwich on. Carson from Only Vans, I was talking about her earlier, she loves cooking. So I saw her cook like a 3-course meal in one of these Beyonds with one induction stove, which is crazy. So nice square sink with a faucet head that comes off, retracts, which is pretty cool. Hopefully it goes back. So this is a sink cover, and what is unique about this is there are those slats in it. That's how you put plates there, and it holds them up to dry. You can also store stuff in the sink, which is nice. So here, this is where you keep your sponges. You also have a nice big drawer just for your trash can. So we recycle in the back, we use trash in the front, and which is nice. I guess, can you have 2 in here? I don't know. Maybe you need a smaller one for recycling, or in an RV, you just put storage stuff there. I don't know. I mean, if it's a storage cabinet, you find something to do. You know, like I say all the time, everybody uses these for something different, and they make it their own. Some people travel light, some people travel heavy, some people bring a lot of stuff with them, and some people are just minimalists that just don't bring a lot. I'm jealous of the minimalists because I've been married for 20 years and I don't know what that life feels like. My wife has a lot of things all the time. So nice big fridge. We got a few waters in there now to kind of show you the size and depth of it, which is cool. Another big improvement for 2025 was this convection microwave. That's also a air fryer. Convection, it can roast, it can bake, and it can make popcorn. I wonder how long your RV smells like popcorn after you make popcorn in it. Is it like an hour? Is it like a week? Because I know when I bake popcorn at my house smells like popcorn for like a week. So I wonder, does the RV, if someone has that experience, can they please let me know? Because I'm curious, how long does your RV smell like popcorn? So they do give you some more cabinets here. You can hang shirts up and pants or whatever you want. Or if you don't want to hang anything, they give you shelves that are adjustable that you can do right there. So as we're walking through, like I always say, you know, 6 foot tall, 238 pounds, lots of space. I never feel, especially in this Beyond, I never feel tight. I never feel like I don't have the space to do what I want. So you got storage here. I really like the glass doors. This kind of adds an element to it. More storage and more storage. As we're walking through, this is the couch area. So they make 3 floor plans in the Beyond. So they make the C floor plan, which is this one. So it has the power couch in the back that makes into a king size bed. They also make the rear bath floor plan. That's the one that my friend Hank Strange from Stranger Palooza, that's the one he loves. It has a big bathroom in the rear, twin beds, and then an open front area. They also make the D floor plan, which stands for like rear dinette. So it has the twin beds in the back, and it has the bathroom on the side, just like this, except instead of the couch, it has twin beds, so you can kind of store things down the middle aisle. You can open the back doors and put kayaks in there. So they all have their advantages. They all have their disadvantages. This has 3 seat belts back here, so you have a total of 5 seat belts in the van, which is really nice. It also has these ottomans here that you can prop your feet on. Somebody can, I mean, it is big enough to sit on. There's no seat belt on it, but it is big enough for an adult to sit here if they wanted to. I like having this. So there again, I always talk about how many different ways can you use an RV? How many different ways can you use the back of it, the front of it, the outside, the inside? So you can definitely work from here. They do give you onboard internet. They give you the King antenna, a cell phone booster, Wi-Fi booster. You can put SIM card. You can have internet everywhere you go. There's all these different add-ons that you would have to add on, or you can add on. The smart TV is a 24-inch smart TV with Netflix and YouTube and Prime Video. You have plugs back here, 110, USB, HDMIs. So if you're working from your laptop right here, your TV can be your second monitor. Your TV can also be playing something on TV while you're doing this. You know, we sold one the other day to a marketing person who shoots a video on site, comes in with their clients and shows them the video on the TV right after they're done shooting it. So they can kind of give a preview immediately. So there's lots of different functions for this. One of the cool things is with a press of a button and about a 5-second wait, this couch in the back turns into a bed. So with this bed, I got yelled at for putting my shoes on the furniture today. So now I'm making a habit. I'm taking my shoes off every time I do this. So I got lots of room here, right? So lots of room, 6 foot tall, lots of space. As you can tell, somebody can easily sleep there. A good sized dog can sleep right in the middle, because that's where I hear they typically like to sleep. But you have space to lay in the bed. You have space to roll over and move. You have plugs everywhere. If you need that CPAP machine, there's plugs here, there's plugs there, plug there. So lots of room to move around. And I like when they leave this out, you can just drop your feet and get out of bed. If you want, this here can fill this area, so that way it can just be one big king size bed. Everybody has their own preference. And my preference personally would be to leave it out, so that way I can just get in and out of bed pretty easily. I can still hold my wife's hand and we can cuddle while we sleep, even with that empty area there. After you're married 20 years, there's not a lot of hand holding while you sleep, even though we're still madly in love with each other. There's not a lot of hand holding while you sleep. So this is just a great area, right? I mean, Coachmen does, you know, and I haven't even touched on the installation. I mean, they take the empty shell of a cargo van and they put cozy wrap. So it's like a thin foil with it sticks onto the whole shell of the van. Then they put this really thick rock wool insulation after that. So they double insulate the entire van. So because of that, when you're inside the van, you don't feel the heat from the outside as much. You don't feel the cold from the outside as much. So the insulation is great. The cabinetry is great. The quality of all of their components, Lithionics, everything they use is top notch. And you know, probably one of my favorite things about Coachmen is how through all 3 of their lines, so from the Nova to the Beyond to the Galleria, they're using the same quality, the same construction, the same components, same lithium, same cabinets, same insulation. They're very consistent from top to bottom, which is great, because a lot of companies, when they release a cheap product, they put everything in it cheap to make it cheap. And then when they release their flagship, everything's nice and expensive. But if you want, you have to get the flagship to get the top quality. With Coachmen, the Nova is their lowest price van, and it has all the same stuff as this, same cushions, same leather, same everything. So I think that they really care about what they're doing. They care about their customers, and they truly listen. I can tell you now, they throw these big rallies and these big parties, and they get all their owners together, hundreds of them together, and they talk about modifications and things they've done and different ways they can make their brand better. So at Sunshade SSRVs, we are Coachmen's #1 dealer in the country, and Coachmen is our #1 dealer on our lot. We sell more Coachmen than anything else. So it truly is a match made in heaven. If you're looking for an all-wheel drive Ford Transit with lithium that is 22 feet long, I would say this is a great van for you to look at. If you're looking for something bigger, something smaller, I promise we have it at Sunshine State RVs. We have over 100 vans in stock. We deliver for free anywhere in the country, or we will fly you to our dealership to pick out the RV of your dreams. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me gab on and on and on about this beautiful van. Check out our other videos. Thanks.